back. Chapter 2, Jack Kerouac's On the Road. In the month of July 1947, having saved about $50 from old veteran benefits, I was ready to go west. My friend Remy Broncourt had written me a letter from San Francisco saying I should come and ship out with them on an around-the-world liner. He swore he could get me into the engine room. I wrote back and said I'd be satisfied with any freighter so long as I could take a few long Pacific trips and come back with enough money to support myself and my aunt's house while I finished my book. He said he had a shack in Mill City and I could have all the time in the world to write. There. While we went through the rigmarole of getting a ship, he was living with a girl called Leanne. He said she was a marvelous cook and everything would jump. Remy was an old prep school friend, a Frenchman brought up in Paris, and a really mad guy. I didn't know how mad at the time, so he expected me to arrive in 10 days. My aunt was all in accord with my trip to the west. She said it would do me good. I'd be working so hard all winter and staying in so much. She even didn't complain when I told her I'd have to hitchhike soon. All she wanted was for me to come back in one piece. So, leaving my big half manuscript sitting on top of my desk and folding back my comfortable home sheets for the last time, one morning I left with a canvas bag in which a few fundamental things were packed and took off for the Pacific Ocean with the $50 in my pocket. I've been poring over maps of the United States and Patterson for months, even reading books about the prisoners and savoring names like Platé and Chimerian and so on. And on the road map was one long red line called Route 6 that led from the tip of Cape Cod clear to Ely, Nevada. And there would dip down to Los Angeles. I'll just stay on 6 all the way to Ely, I said to myself, confidently started. To get to 6, I had to go up to Bear Mountain, filled with dreams of what I'd do in Chicago and Denver and then finally in San Fran. I took the 7th Avenue subway to the end of the line at 242nd Street. And there took a trolley to Yonkers. In downtown Yonkers, I transferred to an outgoing trolley and went to the city limits on the east bank of the Hudson River. If you drop a rose in the Hudson River as its mysterious source in the Adirondacks, think of all the places it journeys by as it goes out to sea forever. Think of the wonderful Hudson Valley. I started hitching up the thing. 5 scattered rides took me to the desired Bear Mountain Bridge, where Route 6 arched in the New England. It began to rain in torrents when I was let off there. It was spontaneous. Route 6 came over the river, wound around a traffic circle, and disappeared into the wilderness. Not only was there no traffic, but the rain came down in buckets, and I had no shelter. I had to run under some pines to take cover. This did no good. I began crying and swearing and socking myself on the head for being such a damn fool. I was 40 miles north of New York, all the way up. I've been worried about the fact that on this, my big opening day, I was only moving north instead of the so long for west. Now I was stuck on my northernmost hang-up. I ran a quarter mile to an abandoned, cute English-style filling station and stood under the dripping eaves. High up over my head, the gray, hairy, bare mountains sent down thunderclaps that put the fear of God in me. All I could see were smoky trees and dismal wilderness rising to the skies. What the hell am I doing here? I cursed. I cried for Chicago. Even now, they're all having a big time. They're doing this. I'm not there. When will I get there? And so on. Finally, a car stopped at the empty filling station. The man and the two women in it wanted to study a map. I stepped right up and gestured in the rain. They consulted. I looked like a maniac, of course, with my hair all wet and my shoes sopping. My shoes damn fool that I am were Mexican huaraches, plant-like sieves, not fit for the rainy night of America in this raw road night. But the people let me in and rode me north to Newburgh, which I accepted as a better alternative than being trapped in bare mountain wilderness all night. Besides, said the man, there's no traffic passes through 6. If you want to go to Chicago, you do better going across the Holland Tunnel in New York and head for Pittsburgh. I knew he was right. It was my dream that screwed up, the stupid Hearthside idea that it would be wonderful to follow one great red line across America instead of trying various roads and routes. In Newburgh, it had stopped raining. I walked down the river, and I had to ride back to New York in a bus with a delegation of school teachers coming back from a weekend in the mountains. Chatter, chatter, blah, 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 and me swearing for all the time and the money I'd wasted, and telling myself I wanted to go west. Here, I've been all day and into the night, going up and down, north and south, like I can't get started. And I swore I'd be in Chicago tomorrow. Made sure of that. Taking a bus to Chicago, spending most of my money, didn't give a damn, just as long as I'd be in Chicago tomorrow.